Welcome to this explainer. Imagine stepping off a long flight to Spain. You can practically taste the tapas already, but suddenly, boom, you're stopped at passport control over your paperwork. If you're arriving from outside the Schengen area, border police might just ask you to prove you have the cash to actually support your stay. Look, navigating foreign bureaucracy can be super intimidating, but today we're giving you a stress-free, step-by-step guide on exactly what you need to clear that border with total confidence. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. The Entry Requirement Law. 2. Step 1. Calculate your funds. 3. Step 2. Acceptable proof. 4. Step 3. The return ticket. 5. Crucial exceptions and realities. And finally 6. An important legal disclaimer. Let's jump right in.
Section 1. The Entry Requirement Law.
So this requirement isn't just some random hurdle made up by a grumpy border agent. Under Article 6.4 of the Schengen Borders Code, specifically Regulation EU 2016/399, non-Schengen arrivals are legally required to prove they have sufficient funds for their stay. This European framework is the absolute foundation for why border guards can, and very often do, ask to see your financial safety net before they even think about stamping your passport.
Section 2. Step 1. Calculate your funds.
Spain doesn't just pull these numbers out of thin air, They're tied directly to the gross Spanish minimum wage. So here's the exact daily figure you need to remember. $122.10 per person per day. That represents exactly 10% of the daily minimum wage. And yes, if you're traveling with your family, you've got to multiply that $122.10 by the number of days you'll be there and by the number of people in your party. But wait, here is a massive caveat that catches so many people off guard. Let's say you're only visiting for a quick 2-day weekend getaway. Well, there's an absolute minimum floor of $1,098.90 per person. That is 90% of the overall minimum wage baseline. So, even if your daily math falls way below this amount, border control still requires you to prove you have access to that full $1,098.90 threshold.
Section 3. Step 2. Acceptable proof. Okay, knowing the number is honestly just half the battle. Actually proving it is where travelers get tripped up. The authorities give you a few specific avenues for acceptable proof. You can present physical cash, certified or traveler's checks, official payment letters, or your credit cards. But if you're planning to just hand the agent your Visa or MasterCard, there is a huge catch you really need to prepare for.
This is a classic bureaucratic pitfall that literally ruins trips. If you're using a credit card as proof, you absolutely must provide an up-to-date bank statement or a physical passbook right alongside it. And here's the kicker. Internet banking printouts are absolutely not accepted. No way. You can't just pull up your banking app at the desk or hand them a screenshot you printed off at home. It must be a verifiable, official bank statement accompanying your card.
Section 4. Step 3. The return ticket.
Proving your financial means also means proving your intent and your financial ability to actually leave when your time is up. To satisfy this, police might demand to see your return ticket. And an open-ended booking? That's just not going to cut it. Your ticket must be named specifically to you, it must be completely non-transferable, and it must be a closed ticket, meaning you have a confirmed locked-in date of departure right out of the Schengen area.
Section 5. Crucial exceptions and realities.
Now, let's get real for a second. Meeting these financial requirements is only one part of a successful border crossing. The figures we've discussed are really just a reference amount. Having the cash and the perfect bank statement does not automatically guarantee your entry into Spain. The police are going to weigh this alongside your specific purpose of travel, your visa, and other border checks. The money's a prerequisite, it's definitely not a VIP pass.
It's also really critical to note a major exception right now. Ukrainians traveling under temporary protection are subject to completely different entry rules. So if this applies to you or someone you're traveling with, the financial requirements we've covered today don't directly apply in the exact same way, and you absolutely must check those specific guidelines separately.
Section 6. Important legal disclaimer. Before you start counting your cash, just remember, this explainer provides practical, informational guidance based on current guidelines, but it is not legal advice. I strongly encourage you to always verify the very latest requirements via official sources, like the Spanish government portal at inclusion.gov.es or directly in the BOE, which is the official state gazette. Regulations shift all the time. So before you head out to the airport, ask yourself, are you truly ready to prove your right to enter, or are you just hoping border control won't ask? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and safe travels.
That was a quick overview. On our website, you'll find step-by-step guides to many procedures. the Padrone, the health card, the NIE, the TIE, legalization, and more. The link is in the description. And if you get stuck, message our Telegram bot. We'll walk you through for free, step by step.